Before I became a performance psychologist, I was a teacher, and I had some of the best training and was trained by some of the most amazing people, and I really learned about what education really is and should be about. Let me show you something. I'm going to take you back to 1969 when I was trained as a teacher in London, England, and here I am with my first class. These are 4 to 7-year-olds. The year is 1969, and check out the hairdo. So if I think about it, these kids are now grandparents, and these were some of the most amazing experiences I had in education. I was blessed to have a head teacher, headmistress of a public school in a very poor area of London, who loved children, who really understood what education was about, and showed me, not just taught me, showed me how education can really help shape lives. As a prototypical baby boomer, I went through school in a very traditional way. Desks in rows, do what the teacher says. But in England, I was opened to a whole different method of education, where children came to school every day and chose different activities that they could engage in: building, sewing, cooking, painting. And we had, as teachers, to teach them through what they were engaged in, 2 meanings of the word interest. We had to teach the child what was in her or his interest in a way that was interesting to him or to her. This is radically different than how I was educated and how most people in the United States are still educated. To better understand the richness of what education can mean, I think it's helpful to look at the derivation of the word education, which comes from the Latin, which is 2 different roots. Please, in advance, forgive my Latin pronunciation. The first is educere, and the second is educare. What do they mean? Educere means to bring forth, to lead out. Educare means to train. Look at these 2 together. To bring forth, to lead out, and to train. Can you see the difference here? Most of what we do in education, what we call education, is to train. But really, it's the combination of the 2 that makes for the formation of the individual, to lead out, to bring forth what is individual about that girl or that boy, and then to train along those lines as the child grows into an adolescent and adults, to bring forth and then to train. What are we bringing forth in education? It's the spirit. It's the part of the child, the person, that we can't see, but it's the fire. It's what drives them. It's what makes them the individual that they are. This is what we want to bring forth. And then we can work to train that in the best possible way. Let's not forget that we're training individuals, and each one has something to bring forth, something to offer this world for the greater good. That's what education should do.